Never fear of missing out by clicking that subscribe button and becoming another member of the Babylonian family.
Good day, Babylonians, and welcome to a short video where we're going to be looking at the Outriders patch notes for today. So there's a few topics that they have brought up which are looking quite interesting actually. So they've recently added the anti-duplication for legendaries. So at the end of your expedition, or if you just get a legendary drop in general, what will happen is the legendary will drop. If it's one that you've already got on your character or in your stash, then what it will do there, it will look at that, see that you have that one already, and it will re-roll that item once. So once it has re-rolled, that's it. So you won't get any more chances with that legendary for it to re-roll into a legendary that you haven't got already. So this doesn't stop duplications, or duplicates even, but it does help slow them down, giving you a higher chance of getting the legendaries that you haven't already got. What they are looking to bring in with this next patch, by the looks of things, is they are going to introduce a new way of doing things. So potentially, if you already have, say, a death shield, and you've got that equipped, and that is what you're using to for your character currently, they're going to look to actually remove that from the list of legendaries that that will be checked for duplicates. So if you're using a death shield and you want to get an improved death shield, so you're running a 75k death shield at the moment, and you want to actually get that obviously to a god roll 99.4k. What they're doing at the moment is they are actually ignoring that fact that you are using the death shield and that you may want to get an improved one, and they are counting that towards your current legendaries. So it will be re-rolled, so you could get that god roll death shield, drop on the floor, but instantly it's re-rolled to something else. What they're looking to do next is to actually stop that from re-rolling, so you can get whatever drops. If it's part of your current build, it will stay as that legendary. So this is quite interesting really, because I think a few people seem to have complained about this not getting improved, or making it harder anyway to get an improved item that they are currently using. Next up is actually quite a few nice changes that they're bringing out here. So for you Xbox players, they're going to be improving the sign-in process, so it should be faster, and I've seen plenty of complaints of people still not able to get on, so hopefully that should resolve those for you as well. Improved matchmaking as well, so if there's someone has been AFK or away from keyboards, not interacting with the game for more than 2 minutes, they will be removed from the matchmaking queue. So you won't join a game now, find someone just stood there doing nothing. You will find the players that are active and looking to the expeditions, quests, etc. that you're looking for. So the next thing is improving the visibility of Bruma's Surge, the area of effect attack, on the ground. Now, me and Chris, or Songs of Rays, we've discussed this many times in the past, that in certain areas it's quite hard to see, and you do burn and die quite quickly from that, so it would be nice if there was a bit more of a visual effect that you can see, so you know that you are standing in a dangerous area. So once that is in place, that will be a nice quality of life improvement for us. Now, Scrap Grenade. This one is long overdue. So if you were to fire your weapon that's got Scrap Grenade on it, and then be reloading literally just before or just as a cinematic is about to play, this will then stop you from actually being able to use that Scrap Grenade. After that cinematic has played, you go to fire your gun again, first bullet would just be a bullet. You won't see that Scrap Grenade come out. And this has actually sort of hampered quite a few builds from doing as much damage or being as useful as they can be. So with that, you've had to leave the game. I believe if you go back to lobby, possibly even swap character, then swap back again, jump in the game, it will start working for you again, obviously until you accidentally use it. during or just before a cutscene. Now onto the Technomancer's Borealis set. Again, this has been a bug that has plagued the game since day one. So the description used to be, so it would increase weapon damage on frozen enemies by X amount, which I believe is 90%. Also, critical hit damage is increased by Y for all party members for Z seconds after cold snap. Again, I believe that was 10%. For I believe that would be 8 seconds. So what they're changing that to now is increase damage. So that's damage across the board, whether it be your projectile damage from your weapons or anomaly damage from your abilities. So that is going to be very useful as long as they have actually got the set to now work, because like I said, this has been a bug since day one where none of that actually took place. It wouldn't deal extra weapon damage. You would just be doing the same damage across the board. Onto the Tricksters Hunt the Prey. So with that, it's again quite an annoying little bug where you would try and teleport towards an enemy. The animation would play, you would use your ability, but you'd actually just stay stood where you were. I'm not too sure what caused this bug, whether it was the positioning of the enemy, whether if they're too close to a wall, for example, it might cause it. But I've played the Trickster for quite a while, and that was quite annoying for myself to come across that. As Songs of Rage will probably tell you, I raged quite a few times with that, so it's good to see that is now being fixed. Now, fixing a bug where the bleed status from the armor mod Bloody Crush would not be inflicting enemies hit with the Gravity Leap skill. I personally haven't played much of a Devastator role myself, but again, this looks like, I believe it was a bug that's been plaguing the game for quite a while, so good to see that being fixed. Fix the bug where the Devastator's blood donation class node wouldn't work if the player didn't have other active skill leech nodes or mods. Again, something that's been going on for quite a while, so this is going to see Devastator builds getting better and better now, so they are going to be dealing more damage and healing a lot more as well. So clarify the description with the Ravenous Locust mod. Not looked into this one myself actually, so I'm not too sure on that, so we'll skip by that one. Fix the bug whereby dismantling an item might not have displayed the mod preview. Again, this is just a preview, so you were still getting the mods when you dismantled a weapon or an armor piece, but it wasn't displaying that in the bottom right hand corner. So this is just a visual thing, but nice to see they are working on little things like that as well, just to make the game look better and give us sort of peace of mind that we are getting those mods. Fixing an issue that would cause the in-sync accolade to not work properly, unlocked for client players. Not something I've come across myself, but again, nice to see that they are fixing the small bugs as well. Fix an issue that could cause players to not get the proper reward if they complete an expedition during the final second of the reward tier. Again, if you were just on the edge of getting the correct time, it would sometimes tick over to the wrong time, so you would actually lose out on getting some of the rewards that you should do. So rather than getting, as of now, the 40% chance of getting legendary, that would be dropping down to the silver tier, unfortunately. But with this fix, that should now no longer happen. And then obviously got the other bugs and crash fixes, which there's probably far too many for them to mention for us as well. And the final change / update that they're bringing to the game, which should be coming next week, is that with phaser beam. So with this skill, if you have played as a pyro, you probably have used this skill because it's one of the coolest looking skills. So you're basically sending out a Kamehameha with this, but you are planted on the ground for a good few seconds, allowing enemies to attack you. So you are very, very vulnerable whilst using this skill. So what they have done with this now is it looks like it's going to be improving the survivability with this skill. So rather than boosting your health regen during the time after you've used the skill for a few seconds, you're actually going to have your health regen boosted during the skill. So any health coming your way during that time is going to be boosted, which should help see your pyromancers survive just that little bit longer. So these are all the notes that we've had so far. So hopefully we'll see the improvements coming, by the looks of things, early next week. And then you'll be having, obviously, lots more fun with the game. It's already a brilliant, fun game. But all these improvements are definitely look forward to and very welcomed. So good luck, Outriders. See you in the next video.